I'm Charlotte Smith, and you are in my barn this morning where I'm going to show you how to properly prepare an udder for milking. First of all, I'll go through the things you need before you get started. Teat dip, very important. We order ours by the case through our local feed store. You can also get it through a De La Velle dealer or online through Hamby Dairy Supply. Nice little teat dip cup is very important also. It's absolutely mandatory that you have an iodine-based teat dip. There are people out there using other things, colloidal silver and any other concoctions that you might come up with, or even just basic baby wipes, and those won't do the job necessary. You need an iodine-based teat dip. And then before you milk your cow, we have a bucket of warm soapy water with some clean rags in it. We have an empty bucket to catch the dirty rags, and some sort of paper towels. These from the dairy supply place also, but you can just use paper towels from your store to clean off each teat after you dip them. And then we also have clean, dry rags that we use in our barn, and we wash in very hot water and sanitize as well, and dry completely before milking. Now that you've got everything to clean the udder with, let's go get a cow and get her milked. Well, here we are with Jacqueline, and she comes in almost every day with a beautifully clean udder. She's a very neat and tidy cow. Also, she's our prize cow. She's got a perfectly shaped udder, easy to milk, it's level, all the teats are level, the production is pretty even. She has nice big teats, which gives you more surface area, so she milks out really quickly. Just a great all-around milk cow. She's, like I said, our top cow. And she comes in really easily, so all I'm going to do is just take my teat dip cup, squeeze up a little teat dip, and get it on there, completely covering each teat. And then I'm going to take my paper towels. These are from the Dairy Supply Company. I'm going to use a fresh side for each teat, so we're not using the same part of the towel on multiple teats. We're going to grab it and pull and make sure we get all the wet teat off. There, that's all we've had to do for her. And the next thing we do is we want to strip about 3 or 4 squirts of milk out of each teat. And what we do here is then take a look at it. I just look at it in the light here. I make sure there's no clumps or anything like that. And next we would do the California mastitis test. We'll do a future video on how to conduct that test. But her milk looks great. I brought in Madeline, and I wanted you to see her be milked because she is what we call a chronically messy cow. She can be on a pristine pasture all night and all day like they are, and occasionally still come in this dirty. And it's dried on, caked on manure. So it's really important to know how to deal with them. If all your cows are chronically messy, it probably means you aren't cleaning the manure often enough. You've got too many cows packed in too small a space. In this case, they're all really clean, and Madeline is often dirty. It's just her nature. She's just a messy girl. One more thing I want to make sure you really understand, really important, is you want to introduce as little or no water, if at all possible, when you're cleaning the cows. And there are a lot of misinformation out there. There's people that will hose the udder down, or they'll hose the whole cow down from the anus all the way to the udder. And you're just opening yourself up for all sorts of problems when you do that. Or if it's wet, what will happen is gravity will naturally pull some of this bacteria down here, and it can get sucked in your claw into your milk and contaminate it. So therefore, we don't hose down the whole udder. We clean just the part that the claw is going to go on. Now so given that we introduce as little or no water, with her we've got to introduce some water. Because it's dry and caked on, I'm going to bring a towel that's actually pretty wet to get this caked on part off. And I'm just going to grab her teeth here, and using friction with my hand, I'm just going to clean this off. You can see all the dirt on there. And I'm not going to bother with the rest of this because there's no way bacteria from there is going to get down here unless I get water on that, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to be very careful to avoid it. I am confident now I've got that udder clean, and again, I'm not going to contaminate anything else with this dirty rag. It goes right in there. I'm going to grab my clean rag because I need to get all that water off there. So I'm going to just use friction and get her dried off anywhere I touched water. And also, as I'm doing this, she's letting down her milk. I can feel her udder fill. You've got about 90 seconds from start to finish to get the most milk out of the cow, so I want to do this quickly. So her udder is clean, the part where the claw goes, and it's completely dry, so there's no chance of anything dripping down and being sucked in. Now I'm going to use teat dip on her. And the iodine-based teat dip will sanitize the teat. And also, we test our milk regularly for bacteria counts, which are always really low. There's usually no detectable bacteria in our milk, so we know our process works. Check the milk. Now we get the claw on. Thank you for watching, and what I'd like you to do now is go down below this video and leave me a comment. Tell me what you learned in this video and if you're going to change anything in your barn.